Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I am really happy that you are here today. If you are listening to this podcast, it means you want to improve your English and also learn something valuable for your life. That is a wonderful decision. Today, we are going to talk about a very simple idea, but this simple idea has the power to change your life. The idea is called the 1 hour rule. Before we start, I want to ask you a few questions. Think about your daily life for a moment. Do you sometimes feel that your days pass very quickly? Morning comes, then afternoon, then night, and suddenly the day is over. Do you sometimes feel busy all day, but you're not really improving? You work, you study, you check your phone, and you watch videos. But at the end of the day, you feel the same as yesterday. Many people feel this way. Life becomes a routine. Days pass, weeks pass, and even years pass. But personal growth does not happen automatically. Improvement needs attention and effort. It needs a small habit that we repeat every day. Now, imagine something interesting. What if just 1 hour every day could slowly change your future? What if 1 hour of learning every day could make you smarter, more confident, and more skilled? This is exactly what the 1 hour rule is about. The 1 hour rule means you spend one focused hour every day learning something that improves your life. It could be learning English, it could be reading books, it could be learning a new skill like programming, communication, or business. That 1 hour becomes an investment in your future. Many successful people follow a similar habit. They protect 1 hour every day for learning and self development. They understand something very important. Small daily habits create big long term results. In today's podcast, we will explore this idea together. We will understand what the 1 hour rule really means. We will talk about why 1 hour is more powerful than it looks. We'll also discuss how you can start this habit in your own life. So relax, listen carefully, and enjoy the conversation. This episode may give you a simple idea that can change your future step by step. Now, let us talk about an important question. Why do many people feel stuck in life? Why do so many people feel that they are not improving? This is something many of us experience. Days pass and life continues, but personal growth feels slow or even invisible. The truth is that many people spend most of their day doing routine tasks. They wake up in the morning and start their daily activities. They go to work or attend classes. They complete their responsibilities and basic duties. Then the day slowly comes to an end. The next day looks very similar to the previous one. Many people also say they are very busy. They feel that their schedule is always full. They feel tired at the end of the day. But being busy does not always mean growing. Sometimes people are busy doing many things that do not improve their knowledge or skills. A large part of our time is often spent on small distractions. For example, many people spend a lot of time on social media. They open their phones again and again during the day. They scroll through posts and watch short videos. Sometimes they start watching one video and then continue watching many more. Before they realize it, 1 hour or even 2 hours have passed. Another common habit is watching random videos without a clear purpose. These videos may be entertaining, but they do not always help us learn something new. In addition, many people spend time on unplanned activities. They do things simply because they feel bored or because everyone else is doing them. This is why growth does not happen automatically. Improvement is not something that appears by accident. It does not happen just because time is passing. Growth happens when we make a conscious effort to learn. It happens when we give some of our time to learning and self development every day. Now, I want you to think about something honestly. Ask yourself a simple question. How many hours do you spend on your phone every day? And now ask another important question. How many minutes do you spend learning something new? These questions are not meant to make you feel guilty. They are meant to help you become aware of your habits. Because awareness is the first step toward change. Now, let us talk about the main idea of today's episode. This idea is called the 1 hour rule. It is a very simple rule, but it can have a powerful impact on your life. The beauty of this rule is that anyone can follow it. You do not need special resources or a perfect situation. You only need 1 hour and a clear intention to learn. The 1 hour rule means something very simple. Every day, you spend 1 hour learning something that can improve your future. That is the whole idea. Just 1 hour of focused learning every single day. This 1 hour becomes a daily investment in yourself. It is time that you dedicate to personal growth and self development. During this hour, you focus on learning a skill or gaining knowledge. The skill can be different for every person. Some people may choose to read books. Reading helps you understand new ideas and expand your thinking. Some people may use this hour to learn English. They may listen to podcasts, learn new vocabulary, or practice speaking. Other people may spend this hour learning coding or programming. Technology skills are very valuable in today's world. Some people may listen to educational podcasts that teach about life, business, or psychology. Others may study communication skills or leadership skills. The important thing is not the exact topic. The important thing is that you are learning something meaningful. This daily learning slowly builds your knowledge and confidence. At first, 1 hour may look very small. It may feel like it cannot create a big change. But the real power of the 1 hour rule comes from consistency. When you repeat this habit every day, the results start to grow. 1 hour today may feel small, but over time it becomes powerful. It becomes knowledge, skills, confidence, and new opportunities. That is why the 1 hour rule is such a powerful idea for personal growth. Now let us think about something interesting. Many people believe that 1 hour is too small to make a real difference. They think 1 hour cannot change their life, but this idea is not true. 1 hour becomes very powerful when we repeat it every day. Let us look at this with a very simple calculation. If you spend 1 hour learning today, that is only 1 hour. But if you repeat this habit every day, the number grows quickly. 1 hour every day for 1 year becomes 365 hours of learning. That is a very large amount of focused time. Now imagine what you could do with 365 hours. If you spend that time learning English, you will have 365 hours of English practice. You will hear many new words and sentences. You will improve your listening and speaking step by step. Your confidence will slowly grow. Now, imagine another example. If you spend 1 hour every day learning coding, you will also have 365 hours of coding practice in 1 year. During this time, you can learn programming languages, you can practice solving problems, you can build small projects and improve your skills. Or think about reading books. If you read for 1 hour every day, you will complete many books in 1 year. Each book will give you new ideas and new perspectives. Your knowledge will grow slowly but steadily. This is the real power of small daily progress. Big success rarely happens in one moment. Most success is built through small actions repeated many times. A small step every day can create a big result in the future. There is another important lesson here. Many people wait for motivation before they start learning. They say they will study when they feel inspired, but motivation is not always reliable. Some days you feel motivated, and some days you do not. Consistency is much more powerful than motivation. When learning becomes a daily habit, you do not need to wait for the perfect feeling. You simply follow your routine and continue moving forward. Now, let us look at some simple real life examples. Examples help us understand ideas more clearly. They also show us how small habits can create real change over time. The 1 hour rule may sound simple, but many people have improved their lives with this habit. Imagine a student who wants to improve their English. This student decides to follow the 1 hour rule. Every day, they spend 1 hour practicing English. Sometimes they listen to English podcasts. Sometimes they read simple English books. Other days, they practice speaking and repeat sentences aloud. At the beginning, the progress feels slow. The student still makes mistakes and sometimes feels unsure, but they continue practicing every day. They do not stop after a few days. They keep learning step by step. After a few months, something interesting begins to happen. The student starts understanding more words. Listening becomes easier than before. New vocabulary slowly becomes familiar. Speaking also becomes more comfortable. Now imagine the result after 1 year. This student has practiced English for 365 hours. Their vocabulary has improved a lot. Their listening skills are much stronger. Most importantly, their speaking confidence has grown. They are not afraid to express their ideas anymore. Let us think about another example. Imagine a person who wants to learn programming. They also decide to follow the 1 hour rule. Every day they spend 1 hour learning coding. Sometimes they watch programming tutorials. Sometimes they read about new concepts. Other days, they practice writing code and solving problems. At the beginning, programming feels difficult. Some problems take a long time to solve, but they continue learning every day. Little by little, their understanding grows. After 1 year, they have hundreds of hours of practice. Now they can build small projects, they can create useful programs. They may even feel ready to apply for programming jobs. These examples show us an important lesson. The difference between ordinary people and successful people is often daily learning. Small learning habits repeated every day can slowly change a person's future. Now, you may have an important question in your mind. What exactly should you do during that 1 hour? How can you use this time in the best way? The good news is that the hour can be simple and flexible. You do not need a complicated plan. You only need a clear and useful structure. One helpful idea is to divide your 1 hour into 3 equal parts. Each part can be around 20 minutes. This simple structure helps you stay focused and organized. It also makes learning more active and effective. The first 20 minutes can be for learning. During this time, you receive new information. You can read a book or an article. You can watch an educational video. You can listen to a podcast that teaches something useful. The goal of this time is to understand new ideas and new knowledge. The next 20 minutes can be for practice. Practice is very important because learning is not only about listening or reading, it is also about doing something with the information. During this time, you can write notes or answer questions. You can repeat sentences and practice speaking. If you're learning coding, you can solve small problems. Practice helps your brain remember what you learned. The final 20 minutes can be for reflection. Reflection means thinking about what you learned. You review the ideas again in your mind. You ask yourself simple questions. What new words did I learn today? What new idea did I understand today? This step helps your brain organize the information. It also helps you remember the lesson for a longer time. For English learners, this structure can be very helpful. You can listen to English podcasts during the learning time. You can repeat sentences and speak out loud during practice time. You can write new vocabulary and review it during reflection time. In this way, 1 hour becomes a powerful learning session. It becomes simple, organized, and very effective. Now let us talk about the biggest enemy of the 1 hour rule. This enemy is something that almost everyone experiences. It quietly takes our time and attention every day. This enemy is called distraction. Distractions are everywhere in modern life. The most common distraction is social media. Many people open their phones many times during the day. They check messages, notifications, and social media feeds. Sometimes they only plan to check their phone for a few minutes. But those few minutes slowly become much longer. Another common distraction is endless scrolling. People start watching short videos or reading random posts. Then the phone keeps suggesting more content. One video becomes 10 videos. A few minutes become 30 minutes or even 1 hour. Time passes very quickly when we are scrolling. Notifications are another problem. Our phones send constant alerts and messages. Each notification breaks our attention. Every time we check the phone, our focus becomes weaker. It becomes difficult to concentrate on learning or studying. Because of these distractions, many people believe they do not have time. They say their schedule is too busy. They feel that their day is already full of responsibilities. But in many cases, the real problem is not the lack of time. The real problem is how the time is used. A lot of time disappears in small and unnoticed distractions. 10 minutes here and 15 minutes there can become a large amount of time. At the end of the day, we may lose 1 or 2 hours without realizing it. Now I want you to think about a simple question. How many minutes do you spend scrolling on your phone every day? Is it 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or maybe even more? If you protect just 1 hour from these distractions, you can use it for learning. That 1 hour can slowly change your skills and your future. So treat this hour as something very valuable. Protect your 1 hour like you are protecting your future. Now let us talk about how you can start the 1 hour rule in your own life. Many people like the idea of daily learning, but they are not sure where to begin. The good news is that starting this habit is not complicated. You only need a few simple steps and a clear intention to improve yourself. The first step is to choose one skill that you want to develop. It is better to focus on one main skill at the beginning. When you focus on one area, your progress becomes clearer and stronger. This skill should be something that can improve your future. For example, you may decide to improve your English. You may want to become more confident in speaking and listening. Another person may choose coding or programming. Someone else may choose writing or communication skills. The exact skill is not the most important thing. What matters is that the skill helps you grow and learn. The second step is to choose a fixed time every day. A fixed time helps your brain build a habit. When you practice at the same time daily, learning becomes part of your routine. You do not need to think too much about when to start. Some people prefer to study in the morning. Morning learning can give energy and focus for the day. Other people prefer learning after dinner when the day is calmer. Some people like to study before sleeping. You can choose the time that fits your lifestyle best. The third step is to remove distractions during your learning hour. Turn off unnecessary notifications on your phone. Stay away from social media during that time. Create a quiet and comfortable space where you can focus. This helps your mind stay fully present with your learning. The final step is to stay consistent. Consistency is the heart of the 1 hour rule. Some days you will feel motivated and excited. Other days you may feel tired or distracted. But the goal is to continue the habit even on difficult days. Do not wait for perfect motivation to start learning. Motivation comes and goes. Instead of waiting for motivation, build a daily routine. A strong routine will carry you forward even when motivation is low. Now, let us think about the long term impact of the 1 hour rule. Sometimes it is difficult to see the value of small daily actions. 1 hour today may feel very small and simple, but when we imagine the future, the picture becomes very different. Take a moment and think about your life 1 year from now. Where will you be after 1 year? What kind of skills will you have? Will you still be in the same place, or will you grow into a better version of yourself? Now imagine that you followed the 1 hour rule every day for 1 year. You spend 1 hour learning and practicing a useful skill. After 1 year, you will have 365 hours of learning. That is a large amount of focused effort. During those hours, your knowledge will grow, your understanding will become deeper, your confidence will slowly increase. You will begin to see clear improvement in your abilities. Now let us think even bigger. Imagine that you continue this habit for 5 years. 1 hour every day for 5 years becomes more than 1,800 hours of learning. That is an incredible amount of time dedicated to self improvement. Think about what can happen during those hours. You could become fluent in English. You could become a strong writer or communicator. You could develop knowledge that opens new career opportunities. New skills often create new doors in life. Better communication can improve your relationships. Better knowledge can improve your career options. Better skills can give you more confidence in many situations. The most powerful part of this idea is that it starts with only 1 hour. You do not need to change your whole life in one day. You only need to protect and use 1 hour wisely. Over time, that single hour can slowly change your direction. And sometimes a small change in direction can completely transform a person's life. Now we are coming to the end of today's episode. Before we finish, I want to leave you with a final thought. Throughout this podcast, we talked about a very simple idea. The idea is the power of 1 hour of learning every day. Many people believe that big success needs big actions. They think life changes only when something dramatic happens. But in reality, most powerful changes begin with small daily actions. Small habits repeated every day slowly build a stronger future. 1 hour may look small when you think about today. It may feel like it cannot create a big difference. But when you repeat that 1 hour again and again, it becomes powerful. Days turn into weeks, and weeks turn into months. Over time, that small habit becomes real knowledge and real skill. This is why you should never underestimate 1 hour. 1 hour of focused learning can slowly transform your abilities. It can improve your confidence and your understanding of the world. It can open new opportunities that you cannot see today. Your future is not built in one single moment. Your future is built by the habits you repeat every day. The things you do daily slowly shape the direction of your life. If you spend time learning, growing, and improving, your future will reflect those choices. So here is a simple invitation for you today. Start today with just 1 hour. You do not need a perfect plan. You do not need perfect motivation. You only need the decision to begin. Start small and stay patient with yourself. Some days will feel easy and exciting. Other days may feel difficult and slow. But the key is to stay consistent and continue moving forward. And remember this simple message: your future self will thank you for the 1 hour you start today.